First tonight, it's a huge issue that's proving very controversial, the efforts to reduce traffic in our towns and cities. In parts of Exeter, they're hoping to trial a scheme which will see some areas closed to through traffic, with roads blocked off using planters, bollards and bus gates. It's hoped the plan in Heavitree and Whipton will help cut the number of journeys made by cars, as well as encouraging more walking and cycling. But as our political reporter Ewan Murray's been finding out, many aren't convinced.
Well, this is a scheme that's divided public opinion since its inception nearly 3 years ago, and with just weeks to go until the rollout, concern has continued to grow. I've been meeting some residents who tell me how they feel they'll be affected. Angela in Whipton cares for her mum who lives elsewhere in Exeter. She says the new restrictions on through traffic will make her commute much harder.
My journey to my mother was 20 miles a week. It will now be 30 miles a week. Apparently back in 2020 they started consulting us, and I never knew, and neither did any of my neighbours, about it until earlier this year, because the communication from Devon County Council has been utterly appalling, if not non-existent.
So why is it happening? The council wants to encourage walking and cycling in Heavitree and Whipton. So they've devised a road closure scheme, which will see the area divided into sections limited to access only for the majority of vehicles.
I'm really sorry that people feel that their concerns are being ignored. We're doing everything we can with additional consultation events being brought forward tomorrow, Parklife Heavitree, Wednesday at Whipton Chapel in Whipton, to try and take these proposals to the public, give them the opportunity to come and feed back in to councillors and council officers when the trial starts. And I come back to that word again, it is a trial. You know, we're going to run with this for a few months, then there'll be adjustments made if they need to, if it doesn't have the impact that it's intended to do, which is to reduce traffic overall within the area.
Now this is East Wanford Hill, which as you can see is already a busy road, and it's widely expected it will get even busier when the scheme comes into force, because it's right on the boundary, meaning that anybody wanting to get from one side to the other will have to come round this way.
I think it's devastating. Devon County Council has thrown the rubbish over the hedge, and this will affect our community on the most polluted and congested road in Exeter.
The council says the first 6 months will be reserved for further consultation, meaning any necessary changes can be made. But the tensions on display here are part of a much wider debate about how we reduce car travel to improve the environment while ensuring the most vulnerable aren't left behind. Ewan Murray, BBC Spotlight, Exeter.